Straight ahead on CCX News, a different version of the 3 R's at Osseo area schools: replace, repair, and restore. Plus, the art of glasswork.
The things that people make astonish me every day.
A new Golden Valley business that's flaming new curiosities. And the fall of fishing, why the Minnesota pastime has hit a deeper snag. CCX News starts right now. Hello everyone, and thanks for joining us. New Minnesota DNR statistics show people aren't biting as much when it comes to fishing.
Fishing license sales in Minnesota are down almost 5% from last year. According to the DNR, that is a significant decline. Eric Nelson joins us live from Eagle Lake in Maple Grove with more. Hi, Eric.
Alex and Shannon, it's baffling but true. Here in the land of 10,000 lakes, anglers are slowly vanishing. Fishing in Minnesota is not as popular as it used to be. This year, the state has sold 41,000 less fishing licenses than a year ago at this time. That's the second lowest amount in 20 years. On a sun-baked day at Fish Lake, Ian Landers and Pierce Holmgren paddled their kayaks in pursuit of fish.
For native Minnesotans, fishing's kind of a way of life. It's what we do.
Despite this pristine setting, these Maple Grove teenagers are part of a shrinking group.
There are a lot more choices now.
Fishing as a hobby is trending down. Some people, especially kids, are just too busy to fish.
In the summer, it used to be sort of the rite of passage. You just go hop on your bike and go to the lake and go fishing. Well, now you have traveling basketball and traveling baseball and traveling soccer. You even have summer hockey.
Tom Nisley of the Three Rivers Park District has some ideas on why more people aren't getting hooked on fishing.
Fishing has become so sophisticated now that it can be a little overwhelming for a novice.
Nisley believes technology can be intimidating and costly.
Now we have fancy bass boats that you can stand up in while you're casting, and you can even steer and drive the boat with your foot while you're looking down at your 3D side sonar.
The goal of the Three Rivers Park District is to simplify fishing, to make it enjoyable and accessible to everyone.
Back in the day, you had a lawn chair and a cooler, and you put a worm at the end of a bobber, cast it out there. You were good. That was good enough.
Now, the mantra of the Three Rivers Park District is to provide facilities and opportunity for people who want to fish. And they do this with boat ramps, fishing piers, and boat rentals. By the way, Nisley says some of the best fishing is right here, smack dab in the middle of the Twin Cities metro area. Reporting live in Maple Grove, I'm Eric Nelson, CCX News.
All right, interesting story. Thanks, Eric. The MeToo movement makes its way to Brooklyn Park on Tuesday night. A forum will be held at 6:30 p.m. at Brooklyn Park City Hall that will discuss the impact of the movement on public policy decisions. The MeToo movement has helped empower women to confront sexual assault and harassment. Speakers will include State Representative Melissa Hortman of Brooklyn Park, who will discuss proposed additions to the Minnesota Human Rights Act. The forum is hosted by the League of Women Voters, the City of Brooklyn Park, and the nonprofit Think Again MN. Replace, repair, and restore. The Osseo School District is making headway when it comes to its long-term facility maintenance plan.
This summer, 4 schools are getting major renovations. Reporter Sonia Goins shows us the work being done at Northview Middle School.
The building we're standing in was built in 1970.
Officials at Northview say in the past, they've spent a lot of money trying to keep things in working order. But now the school is getting a makeover from top.
This is what it looks like up there. There's a lot of operations that are coming through the ceiling. We're in the process of replacing all of this.
To bottom.
Pull up the floors to work on the sewer system.
This is the second phase of a 3-part project. Many items are on the to-do list, including the school's heating and ventilation systems.
This is a 1970 version steam boiler. Behind it are the condensing boilers that are replacing that. This one will run in tandem with the new ones until next year when we pull this one out as well.
The hallways and classrooms are also getting an upgrade with new tile and more.
Lighting, and then finishes along the way in the classroom, floors, ceilings.
Officials say the hope is to make the classrooms a more comfortable place to learn.
We'll have different learning spaces for them, different seating arrangements for them. It's just going to be a place of empowerment, inclusivity, and responsiveness, and I think it's going to be amazing when it's all done.
In Brooklyn Park, Sonia Goins, CCX News.
These guys in here
Osseo Middle School, Park Center, and Oakview Elementary are also getting makeovers this summer. The total cost for the year's work is $32 million. The projects are supposed to be completed by the school year.
In Plymouth, some grocery shoppers pulled up to find their neighborhood Cub Food store had closed. The Cub Foods off Rockford Road and Highway 55 apparently closed last Wednesday. CCX News reached out to a spokesperson of Super Value, the parent company of Cub Foods, for comment, but did not hear back. This Cub used to be a Rainbow Foods, and there is another Cub Foods in Plymouth located about a mile away, that one at Highway 55 and Vicksburg Lane. Meantime, in Maple Grove, coming soon, a complete makeover of Famous Dave's. The Minnetonka-based barbecue chain chose Maple Grove for its second store remodel, which is expected to be wrapped up in a few weeks. The company's first remodel of the Coon Rapids location has paid off in a big way, increasing sales. Another change for Famous Dave's is the menu. It's no longer strictly barbecue, with new items such as hand-breaded chicken tenders, cheese curds, and warm mini donuts.
2 local college students will help shape the future of all Minnesota college students. Governor Mark Dayton appointed 2 local students to the Minnesota State Board of Colleges and Universities. Ashlyn Anderson from Hennepin Tech in Brooklyn Park will represent technical colleges, and Samson Williams from North Hennepin will represent community colleges. We spoke with both of them about their appointment.
I want to be able to offer, the students of Minnesota more opportunities. Like, that's what it comes down to, is I want, college to be more affordable, more accessible.
Ashlyn Anderson will be on the board for the next 2 years. She hopes to work toward making technical college more affordable and an attractive option for students who might not otherwise consider a technical college education.
This is a great honor, but not just for me. It's for every student out there. It's just about knowing what you want to do, who you want to be. It is not. I don't see this as a position, but I see this as a way of serving and giving back to my fellow students.
Samson Nay Williams hopes to share his immigrant experience on the board as a representative of community colleges for the next 2 years. He also hopes to emphasize making college more affordable for everyone. Still ahead, a Golden Valley glass business that's firing on all cylinders.
Plus, an exciting finish in Legion baseball involving the team from Osseo. That's coming up later in sports.
But first, close to a perfect on Tuesday as those dew points drop. There's a business in Golden Valley that is sparking creativity.
In this week's Business Matters, Skylab Glass Arts is fueling a new generation of artists.
There's a class in Golden Valley.
Turn your propane down to a point where it's connected.
That might ignite your curiosity. If you're not familiar with lamp working, consider this your introduction.
Things that people make astonish me every day.
Welcome to Skylab Glass Arts.
It's not like standard glass blowing. You use a fixed mounted torch and use that to manipulate the glass.
A glass blowing class at Anoka Ramsey Community College several years ago inspired David Schuster to sell off a Jimmy John's franchise and start this business.
Saw this as an opportunity. It's a growing, expanding market.
There's an expanding market for the raw materials David sells, the classes he offers, and the studio space he rents out to artists, because the popularity of glass art is surging.
This will end up being a pint glass, this piece of color.
25-year-old Chris Eberhardt makes a living selling his glass pints, pendants, and pipes.
A pint glass for me is usually $200 to $300. And you can come out with a pendant for $50.
Chris runs classes in exchange for space to work on his art. The most expensive pendant he sold cost $1,000.
I'm amazed. I'm truly amazed by what people are making.
The legalization of marijuana elsewhere also fuels sales of elaborate pipes that can cost thousands of dollars.
If you keep these hands like parallel, then you can start to push it together and create that marble.
Classes here, however, focus on the basics.
What you learn to make is a marble. So right now we're doing a basic 2-color marble.
It's the first class for Amy Sutton and her son, but it won't be their last.
It's been pretty easy, and I think it'll be really cool. I can't wait to take more classes and make some more elaborate things, make maybe an ornament or something.
The Skylab offers classes weekly for $50, and we have more information on our website at ccxmedia.org. Still ahead, crowning moments in both Maple Grove and Robbinsdale.
But first, the championship game in Duk Duk Daze Softball. John Jacobson has the highlights when we come back.
I'm John Jacobson with sports. The 96-team Gopher Classic Legion Baseball Tournament was down to 16 teams as the playoff round started on Monday. Maple Grove won its pool over the weekend, and they faced powerhouse Omaha Scott at Veterans Field of Minnetonka Monday morning. Bottom of the first, Omaha grabs an early lead. Jack Leglighter with a clutch hit to score Jackson Gordon and Colton Lloyd Sudbeck. It's 3-0 Scott after one. Bottom of the third, Omaha threatening again. Josh Hesser rips to line drive. Jared Hansen, great diving catch, and he keeps it 3-0 after three. Top of the fourth, Crimson threatening, but Jerry Gooley grounds into a double play here as Omaha keeps its lead on Maple Grove. Fifth inning, Maple Grove does start a rally. Zach Friedman laces a 2-run single to right. Hansen and Trevor Erickson score. That makes it 3-2. Frankie Volkers will then knock in a game-tying run with a single to right. And this scores Dylan Peck. It's a 3-3 game. But Omaha would take the lead back in the bottom of the fifth. Tanner Michael Lukowski will rifle a 2-run double. And that scores Sudbeck and Leglighter for a 5-3 lead. And Omaha goes on to win, eliminating Maple Grove 10-3 the final. Osseo won its pool play round, going 4-1 at Bethel. Post 172 had more excitement today in their round of 16 game against Waconia in Eden Prairie. Osseo gets out to a first inning lead. A.J. Valeri delivers an opposite field single. John Bezdacek wheels around from second base to score, and it's 1-0. Later in the first, a wild pitch scores a run. Jacob Contreras dashes home. That one makes it 2-0 Osseo after an inning. Starting pitcher John Klein gets out of a 2-on, 2-out jam in the third inning. Gets the punch out here to end the frame. Osseo builds a 4-0 lead in this game and carries that into the sixth inning before Waconia scores 4 times. It's a single here to center to bring home a run, and it's 4-4 after 6. And that's the way it stays until the bottom of the ninth. Ethan Lorenzen at the plate, bases loaded, 1 out, fly ball to center field. Caught for an out here. Adam Lanners tags up from third base. He comes home. The catcher loses the ball. As Lanners crashes into him, he's ruled safe. Waconia argues that he should have been called out for failure to slide, but the umpires confer, rule him safe. Osseo wins it 5-4-9. They are playing West Fargo at this taping of CCX News. That was quite an exciting game. A strong turnout of men's softball teams came to New Hope over the weekend for the annual Duk Duk Daze tournament. The D Division final was Sunday and featured E.E. Masonry Joe Buck Holmes facing the Crew. E.E. Masonry Joe Buck starts quickly. Bob Kinney's hit scores a run 2-0 after half an inning. Their Crew comes back in the bottom of the first. Bob Gear's hit scores Corey Kiekofer, and he would come back in and pinch run. Josiah Hayden drives him in with a 2-out hit for a 6-2 Crew lead. Bottom of the third, Kiekofer's hit scores Andrew Lemon and Hayden, and it's a 12-4 Crew lead. And bottom of the fourth, they had 2 more runs. Chris Green's hit plates Steve Kinsel. It's 14-4 Crew after 4. Top of the fifth, E.E. Masonry looking for a run to extend the game, but Great double play here. Gopher to Mike Snyder, who makes the turn. Double play. Crew wins 14-4, and they are the tournament champions. MGK won the C Division championship on Saturday. Breakdown Sports sponsors a number of prep tournaments in the regular season for both volleyball and basketball, but a big summer tourney for girls hoops took place on Sunday in Maple Grove for some of the best teams in all 4 classes, including 4A. This game featured Maple Grove and Wayzata. Many of the team's returning varsity players were on hand to play in the one-day tournament. The players and coaches, it's a nice break from team practices and scrimmages and workouts, and a chance for teammates to play together, something they don't always do during the summer AAU season.
Yeah, we don't get a huge, many opportunities over the summer to play against other teams like this. So this is always fun. It's great to see where we're at. I think it's going to be an eye-opening experience for some of these girls to play against some of this top-level competition. It's got a lot of really, really good players coming back, and being on a Sunday, most of the kids are here. So you've got players that were winning Nike National Championships last week, Saturday, and then now they're here today playing. So it's going to be great level competition for our girls.
Wayzata defeated Maple Grove and later defeated St. Michael Albertville in the Class 4A final. Maple Grove finished 1-2 in the tournament. That's it for sports. Shannon and Alex, back to you.
All right, thank you, John. Up next, a moment they will remember forever.
A big opportunity for several young local women when we come back. Here is a look at our fan winners from the Whiz Bang Days Parade on Sunday. Each of the winners receives a gift bag filled with CCX prizes. Congratulations! This was a big year for Whiz Bang Days, celebrating its 70th year. And an incredible feeling is just sinking in for 3 young ladies in Maple Grove.
What a moment it was on Friday night for Katya Cuthbert, Sophie Klons, and Madison Nathy. They were crowned Maple Grove ambassadors. The trio will spend the next year representing the city at events across the area and across the state. Maple Grove ambassadors average 80 to 90 events every year. And finally, a crowning achievement in Robbinsdale, too.
2018-2019 Miss Robbinsdale, Aaliyah Rocha.
Aaliyah Rocha was named 2018-2019 Miss Robbinsdale. The soon-to-be Armstrong senior was captain of her school's dance team and a member of the National Honor Society. Aaliyah says she has always wanted to be an ambassador for her city. Congratulations to all those young ladies. Exciting.
Such a surprise there. Good for
Exciting
her.
times ahead. That does it for us. Thanks for joining us.
We'll leave you with fireworks from Sunday night's Whiz Bang Days. Enjoy.